What is good, boys? I'm going to be giving you 5 fitness myths debunked so that you can not only have the life of your dreams, but also be in a sick shape while doing it. And this is going to be some of the things that false limiting beliefs that you need to break if you want to have a great life and a great physique at the same time. All right, so the first one is that you need to work out every day to have a great physique, and that is dead wrong. One of the times that I actually had my best physique, I felt great, I had high testosterone, was when I was only working out in the gym 2 to 3 times a week. I was also doing some boxing, which is more of cardio, but for the most part, I was getting into the gym, I was mixing it up between 2 full body workouts, and I was getting stronger than ever, being that I had so much rest and recovery in between sessions. I was feeling great, making so much progress, and was in the best shape of my life. And that was only working out 2 times a week. So the first thing you need to realize is that you don't need to be in the gym every day to have a great physique and to look amazing. You can break it up into 2 full body workouts and still make amazing progress. The second one is going to be that you need a ton of volume to grow. This is so wrong. This is something I've been playing around with and discovered in the last year. I used to do 2 or 3 years ago like 4 or 5 sets per exercise with like 4 or 5 exercises for a muscle group. And no wonder I wasn't growing, because it's way too much volume. Your muscles only really need, like each individual muscle, 2 or 3 real quality sets. And that might be like 1 or 2 sets per 2 exercises. Maybe you want to break it up between, like, for example, on chest, an incline double and bench and a dip, and you hit both. So I'll only do 2 sets, 2 working sets. Maybe I do 1 warm-up, but that's it. That's all I do is 2 working sets. And sometimes I'll only do 2 sets for a muscle for that workout. I really don't even do that much volume. I just focus on progressively overloading and constantly getting stronger. Volume is not the key to growth. The key to growth is progressively overloading, getting stronger over time, and also having the proper rest and recovery. And this takes us into our third thing, which is going to be on diet, because diet is so important when it comes to actually achieving your goals. And one of the things that is a huge false limiting belief for a lot of people is they see these like people who are going for the IFB pros or whatever, and they're going for these competitions, and they are counting their calories, their macros, they're super geeked out with it. And if you're just an average person who is not going for that sort of competition level physique, you don't need to be doing all this. 100% educate yourself and learn about the macros of food, how each, the different, what each food has and how it's going to affect your body if you eat it. But you don't need to geek out on this shit. Like, if you're actually sitting there weighing everything, you have a problem. You need to understand basics, like 1 or 2 times weigh it, and then kind of know as a general reference point. You don't need to geek out on this shit. It is not going to do you too much good in the long run. Have a general guidance of what it is you're eating, and that's all you need to do. So I used to geek out on fucking MyFitnessPal all the time. I would weigh every little thing. Me and my friends were like competitive with this shit. And on who got the most protein for the day, like carbs, fats, like how our macros were looking. But the thing is, like, as that kind of was fun with my friend group back in the day, now it's more about just having a balanced, healthy lifestyle where you eat what you need to eat, you get your protein, your carbs, your fats, a balanced diet that optimizes testosterone and allows you to achieve your goals, whether you're trying to put on muscle or lose fat or just maintain. And that's all you really got to do. You don't got to go crazy on MyFitnessPal. If you can find your kind of baseline of what you need to be eating and what's going to allow you to achieve success, that's all you really need to do, and throw in the healthy foods that you know are good for you. You don't need to geek out on MyFitnessPal and count every little macro. And the next thing is kind of tying into this one once again, is like that you need to go all or nothing with fitness, when that is just not true. Having a balanced lifestyle is probably one of the best things that I've done, because back in the day when I was a kid, I thought that drinking and partying would kill all my success with fitness, and I was so desperate to change my body that I didn't do any of those things. And I'm not saying that drinking and partying are good, but I definitely think they're life experiences that most people want to have. And if you're thinking that fitness is kind of the reason that you're not going to do those, I would highly recommend letting yourself do those things, because the thing is, fitness should only amplify your life. Fitness has amplified my life, so when I go to some places, like if I personally like going to bars and clubs and getting a drink and socializing, meeting new people. Fitness has only improved my life in those areas. girls are like, oh, nice physique, and they touch my chest and whatever. Fitness has improved my life. I don't want it to be so that fitness doesn't allow me to get social and go out and meet people and worry about having a drink or two. I think that is bullshit. If you're doing that and you're letting those self-limiting beliefs that you can't do these things because you're doing fitness, then by all means, if you think that drinking and partying is not for you, then don't do it. Because it's not necessarily the best thing. But for the people out there who are feeling held back by fitness, that they don't want to do these things because of that, I think you should let yourself enjoy life as well. Because over the last 4.5 months I've been in Sweden, I have partied every single weekend, 2 nights a week. And I literally got to the strongest shoulder press that I ever was at before I had a little injury. And my physique has still gotten really good. I was dialed in. It's at one of the best peaks in my life whilst partying every weekend for the last 4 months. And I'm not suggesting you party. I'm just giving you an example that you can have a great physique while still partying and doing fun things with your life. You don't need to let fitness subtract from the things that you're going to do. And this takes us to the last thing, and that's if you fall off track, you have failed. So there's many times when I got injuries when I was a kid, and I thought it was the end of the world. End of the world, because this was all my personality was fitness. This ties into what we've been going through is like, I let fitness be my entire personality. So if I got an injury and was out of the gym for like 5 days, I lost my shit. So I don't want you guys to have to go through this. If you have other things you're doing, like now I have online business. I have plenty of friends that I do other activities with. We play board games. We do fun stuff all the time. I go out on the weekends, I party and I have fun, I meet girls. There's so many other things that I do. If I have a little injury and I can't be in the gym for 5 days, it's like, oh well, I'll focus on other areas of my life. So you don't have to go all or nothing. If you get an injury, work on what you can in the meantime. If you somehow gained 5 pounds or 10 pounds, 15, not on accident because you consciously did it, but like it just slipped away and you let yourself gain some weight. You didn't fail at fitness. You just slipped up. Fitness should be a lifelong thing where you're constantly in the gym, you're constantly improving. Life has its ups and downs. You just got to learn to ride the waves. If you get an injury, if you got a little bit overweight, you lost a little bit of muscle, lost a little bit of strength. You didn't fail at fitness. This is just part of the journey. You're going to have ups and downs. So you need to have the belief and the identity that you are just someone who is going to be in the gym and prioritizing your health and fitness for the rest of your life. And if you have that belief and that identity, it's very simple to stay long-term on this. And that's how you're going to achieve those results that you really want. Because in the end of the day, yeah, having this physique is going to look nice while you're young, but you really want to have this for the rest of your life, because that's where, if you're with the long-term mindset, the health benefits come in, is having muscle, having endurance, cardio to keep yourself young for the rest of your life. And the less body fat you have, the healthier and younger you're going to look as you get older. The more body fat you have, the less inactive you are. These are all things that are going to deter from your health long term. So there's many different aspects to it, but it's just that the biggest recommendation I can have for you is that this is a lifelong thing, that you know that you're going to be in the gym for the rest of your life. Even if there was a 6-month period where you had some terrible injury for whatever reason, or you happen to gain 50 pounds because of maybe you're on that side of things where you struggle with gaining weight, you're going to come back to it. You're always in the gym no matter what. And that's going to give you that long-term success, is not just focusing on the short term, like, oh, I gained 5 pounds, the gym is not for me, I quit. Then you're not going to have success. But if you're for the long haul and you're like, I know I'm going to be here for the rest of my life. I happen to gain 5 pounds. Everyone makes mistakes. Let's just get back on track. And it's that simple. It's just always refocusing to the priority. If you get off track, just get back on track. It's no big deal. Everyone makes mistakes. Don't let one little thing take you away from the gym for good. So those are the 5 fitness myths debunked, so that you can have long-term success with fitness and achieve a life of balance and actually have all the things that you want. And having a great healthy physique is one of those. And that's what I just taught you that you can do in this video. So if you got any value from this, please like and subscribe. I'd love to hear your opinion on the 5 different things that I've covered, whether you agree or disagree. Let me know down below and we can chat about it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.